everyone is sitting crisscross applesauce. That's good. I have a question for you. Do you remember when we learned about when God created our earth, when he made our world? Well, I have a question about that. And I'm going to let you answer with popcorn answers. So when we answer with popcorn answers, we don't have to raise our hands. We can pop like a popcorn, but make sure you give everybody a chance to pop. Okay, we're going to get a lot of answers really fast, just like when we fill a bowl full of popcorn. Okay, so here's my question. Can you tell me some of the things that God made when he created our earth? What are some things he made? The ground, fish, birds, flowers, yes. Horses and elephants, cougars and snakes, the sun, right on. We have a big bowl full of answers, don't we? That's great. Now I have another question for you. Did God make snow? Well, of course, God made everything, didn't he? God made snow. So now, instead of popcorn answers, I want you to answer one at a time. So we're going to raise our hands. And I'm going to ask you if you know some things about snow. What can you tell me about snow? It's white. It's cold. It covers the ground. Yes. When does snow come? In the winter. What's it made out of? Frozen water. Yeah. So we know lots of things about snow. Did you also know that every snowflake is different? Every single one, even though they're all white, and they're all made of frozen water, and they're all cold, and they all have 6 points, every snowflake is different. God makes each one different. And can you imagine how many snowflakes there are in just one snowball? And yet they're all different. That's like people. God has made every single person different. Ever since Adam and Eve, all the way till now, there's been nobody just like you, which is so amazing, and it shows how special we are. So today we're going to keep learning about that. We're going to talk some more about how God has made us each special. And specifically, we're going to be talking about our faces today, because there's some things about our faces that are all the same, but yet all our faces are different. So we're going to find out more about that today. So just like there are some things that are all the same about snowflakes, there are some things that are all the same about our faces. I have a picture of these kids here, and I want to see if we can fill all of these bubbles with things that we can see that they all have the same about their faces. What do they all have in common? Olivia? Ah, they all have eyes, don't they? That's good. Javiera, can you say eyes in Spanish for us? Yes. All right. Now, William, what else do you see that they all have? Yes, they all have a mouth. Can you tell us how to say mouth in Bulgarian? Right on. Neat. All right, let's keep going. What else do we see that they all have on their face? So we would keep building this discussion as we filled in our bubbles, and would basically end up covering all the parts of the face. Okay, we're going to keep practicing the English names for the parts of our face. So you're going to get to play a game with a partner. You're going to be getting together with your reading partners for this game. But before you run off to do that, I'm going to show you what the game will look like on your screens. So this is an example of one of the questions that you're going to see in the quiz. And you're going to look at the picture at the top with your partner, and you're going to decide what that arrow is pointing at, that big red arrow. What part of his face is that pointing to? Oh, it's pointing to his hair. Then you're going to look at the two words that are below, and you're going to figure out which of them says hair. Hair. You can use the first letter clue to help you. You can use word shapes to also help you figure out which one to click on. And you're going to click on your choice. And when you do, if you get it right, it'll give you a nice big green check mark. Now, if you and your partner finish quickly and there's still more time, you can play the quiz again, and you can see if you can even do it faster than your first try. So go ahead and get started with that. You did a great job practicing the parts of the face. We're getting good at naming all the parts. So now I'm going to draw somebody, and you could help me. Remind me what parts of the face I need to add to my drawing, and we're going to see who it is that I draw, okay? So let's start with a nice face here. Let's make a nice round circle, and let's fill that in, hey? Okay, now what else do I need to add? I think I need to add some hair. So let's try putting some hair on, hey? Okay. All right. Now, what else should I add next? What else do I need? So who did I draw? Well, it can't be Javiera. She has long hair. But it can't be Newer. Newer has brown eyes. And it can't be Olivia. She has yellow hair. It's interesting how, even though we used all the same parts that everybody has, I drew somebody brand new. And that's what God does when He makes new people. Everybody is put together a little differently. And when you look at yourself, you will see some things that are different from everybody else, even though you have all the same parts. They're put together, all together differently. So then we would go back and take a look at this picture, which we worked off of before, and we would start talking about some of the things that we notice that are different about each of these children. Then I would have a screen with pictures of each of my students, and we would practice saying statements such as, my hair, God made my hair curly, but He made Isabel's hair straight. Or God made my eyes blue, but He made William's eyes green. Or those sorts of things. And we would practice that for a while before going into our independent practice.